Cody, what did we do this weekend?
Guys, we took part in a film festival where
A film fest.
a film fest where the idea was that you get a prompt on Friday night and you got to write, shoot, and edit a short film and submit it by Sunday night. And it was sounded like a really fun idea.
Yeah.
When we found this idea like a month ago.
You found it?
Ended up being I think I found it. I want to say.
Yeah, Cody, I would say yeah.
On the Twitter world?
On the Twitter world. OJ retweeted it.
Oh, wow.
No,
He's got a big
He
audience.
entered the film
Hey, Twitter
festival,
world, I
too.
just heard about this film festival.
He's directing. He's directing short films now.
He's like, he found a new calling. Oh no!
I'd watch it.
Oh,
We'd
no.
all be curious.
What are the movies that he's in?
The Naked Gun movies.
Naked Gun?
Yeah.
Hey, Twitter world. I'm going to start a new Naked Gun movie.
Anyway, no, it was a lot of fun. It was also one of some of the most stressful.
Was it stressful?
I was
Were you
very
stressful?
I was
You
very stressed the whole
stressed?
time. Yeah,
I had
I was very stressed.
the most fun I think I've ever had in my life.
Wow. Okay.
Over everything in life.
He has 3 children.
Yeah.
Over when he did this.
Yeah.
Are you done?
I mean, it's hard to live up to. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
I think I was only stressed one time throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, I had so much fun doing it.
Okay. Good.
That was so much fun. I think
Maybe I'm just thinking of the Friday night when we were like coming up with ideas because like we
we
were
couldn't come up with one.
like we got the prompt or whatever and we met up through Zoom and we were talking and we're just like pitching stuff and we must have pitched probably 50 ideas.
we had there were multiple scripts
and
written.
at the end of that meeting we had nothing.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's regroup. Let's try to just sit
the
down
morning.
with ourselves and figure some shit out.
we didn't really even say let's regroup in the morning. I think we was just kind of like let's like regroup and then
in a couple hours.
I stayed up. I'm like, did everybody go to sleep?
Yeah,
like,
I
we
did.
don't have an idea.
I was literally telling Laura, like, I don't think we're filming anything.
Oh yeah, I told her.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Marissa
I
like
would've-
noticed I was like miserable
Yeah.
Friday night and
Oh my
Saturday
gosh.
morning. Like,
Well, because we didn't come up with anything. And
I was depressed.
Yeah.
Oh my
It was
god,
really bad.
I was
was
in a different
nice.
world.
It's like,
I was
I'm
like-
feeling creative.
I was like, we have 3 different scripts. If worst comes to worst, we'll film one of them and figure it out.
Yeah.
I had no like
Oh, yeah,
inkling
it
in
was-
my mind that we're like, oh, we're not.
That
doing
was part of
this.
the reason why I had asked Alex if he wanted to act in it because like I'm not in the right space to like put myself on camera right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in
When
a,
Cody
I was in a
acts,
really bad space.
He's gotta like
He's got to be in the zone.
He's a very
method.
Yeah, about it.
With all
so-
that being said, it
Should
ended
we
up being really fun.
Did we explain what it was? AGBO by the Russo
Yeah,
brothers?
AGBO, the production company, put this on. I think this is the second year that they've done it.
Year 2.
And yeah, it's a way to just inspire people to try to make a short film. And
Yeah, so like
So
Cody
there
was
was-
explaining, like Friday, there's a prompt.
Well, initially, sorry to cut you off there.
It's okay.
The Russo brothers were like, we're going to do a 48-hour film festival. We're going to give you the prompt. They do a little video and all that stuff. We're going to be a prompt Friday night. Boom. It drops at 5 p.m. Now you go.
5 p.m. So then, and then the cutoff time, 48 hours, was Sunday, 5 p.m. PST, right? So come Friday
to submit
it. Even I think they even said like if you're exporting past the time, like they can still accept it or something like that.
That's not fair.
Yeah, we turned it in on time.
Yeah.
But we did complete it, by the way. Spoiler alert. Yeah. But yeah, come that 5 o'clock, the prompt dropped, and then we met like 15 minutes afterwards, like via Zoom, and we were chatting, coming up with various ideas. Had no idea. We're freaking out, not thinking we were going to shoot it. I'm like, I'm ready to go. And then the next morning, I think Brian, you suggested an idea, or no, you suggested an idea that night.
it was the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because like mine was like crazy, like set pieces and like dramatic and all this stuff with like different actors.
We'll hopefully be able to show you guys soon. But we're
We're not going to be. We're going to be pretty vague as far as like what. Even I mean, you can look up what the prompt was. I'm sure that's fun
the
to talk
prompt's
about.
Public knowledge.
But because I think the time when if it does get accepted, it's like in June, so we won't know like if we can release it or when if
we'll figure it out.
The prompt was include at least three different genres of film in a 3-minute short.
Yeah.
The
3
short
minutes or less.
could not be longer than 3 minutes.
The amount of ideas that I had that I thought were good that had 2 genres drove me insane because I could not find a way to fit a third genre
Well, yeah.
and do it.
And then that night, I think during our group text, Brian, you suggested an idea.
No, actually,
was it that night? No,
it was that night. But Remsen's like, "Can we just do something with like 2 dudes?"
Yeah.
Because like something simple.
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right, 2 dudes do this," and you're like, "All right, let's do it."
Yeah. And then so we were like, all right, write it. Great.
Oh,
I didn't hear anything from you.
Yeah.
Because it was like 11 at this time.
It's called the No Sleep Till Film Fest.
I got plenty of sleep.
So I didn't hear anything from
Brian
you.
went to bed at 9:30.
Yeah.
I literally wrote it that night in case. I was like, if Brian doesn't write this, and then the next morning you're like, yeah, why don't you go take a stab at it?
Yeah. I didn't read in its entirety, I think, either of your guys' scripts until I got to Brian's house.
Yeah.
Because when all that was going on, when Brian was talking, I was ignoring my phone because like we need something, so I was writing up my ideas and shit like that, and then I finally read it when I get there. I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. We can shoot this. But it was.
Yeah, so story by Brian.
Yes.
Screenplay by Christian.
Yeah.
But then you
minor punch-ups
well,
by Brian.
By punch-ups.
You punched it up.
Scribbled punch-ups by Cody.
Removing.
I never
Cody cutting out half pages.
I never read your updated version because by the time you sent it, I was out buying like props.
You were
and
already
stuff.
like preparing and shit.
Yeah.
Literally just changed like 5 words.
Okay,
like,
all right,
that in my version, and then Cody and I worked together to just remove.
We removed
scene,
like a whole section,
page,
which God, if we shot that, which I think we could have still removed it in post, but
yeah.
But
would have
wasted
wasted time filming it.
Yeah. It worked out so perfectly because our runtime, even like my first cut, was under the amount of time limit. Yeah, it was like, oh, this great, perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, we shot all day on Saturday.
We had the brilliant idea of having like 4 different locations.
Yeah. We drove
in a short film that you had to shoot in one day.
Only 3.
Technically only 3.
Oh yeah, only 3.
Yeah. So it wasn't too bad, and one was during the day.
One was also like 45 minutes away from where we were.
It was pretty far.
The whole thing.
Yeah. On set, multiple stops, a couple of complications here and there, but like.
But that was fun.
That was really fun.
The one out in the woods or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Not the woods.
We did not shoot in the woods.
Yeah, but way out in the boonies.
They saw the picture. We were in the
it was in the desert. We did like a little westerny kind of thing.
Yeah, that was cool because I was like, oh, like felt real.
Yeah, when we
got there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those shoots always make me nervous though, just because we're in public, and I'm just like. Like when we got to like a house, I was like perfect. I'm like, I'm great. All right, here we go. Cody's on.
I
like,
did think it was funny.
I was stressed.
That's when you're like, can I act in this?
Yeah.
I'm ready to act now.
Can I actually just recast myself?
I'm ready to act.
The one thing that I thought was funny, and I think literally everyone, like you two, I think even Remsen had said something, because like we had like a gun as a prop, and obviously, you know, in like a real life setting, that could be kind of nerve wracking. Yeah. But it was like every time you mentioned like I think it was like in the text, like just don't wave around the gun. I was just like thinking like we're not gonna like be like zipping around. I know we have to be careful, but like we're gonna be careful. Yeah. Like we've always been responsible about that stuff and stuff.
If you've been on a real set, the like, prop master or whatever comes out and says like presents the gun and it's like, all right, this is an unloaded gun. This is it has blanks and like presents it to everybody.
Yeah.
So everyone knows about it. And like they supposedly take that shit really seriously. But
I'm sure they do now.
Yeah.
More so than ever.
Yeah.
We had BB guns.
Yeah, ours was
our guns also weren't real.
It was not a real.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it were real, I mean, I wouldn't even want to fuck with that shit unless it was like a high budget or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But.
I think I remember. I don't know if I told this to everybody. I told Ramsey, I'm like, I'm never writing a gun into another script again. Like, this is fucking stressful.
Yeah. Well, even when we filmed Teddy, we were like,
same thing.
It was like
same thing.
Midnight.
Yeah.
It was like
scary.
No one around. Yeah.
Well, we didn't have the gun we wanted. And we're like, why don't we go to like a sporting goods and get like
a Big Five and
get a fake like BB gun type thing. And I was like, what if they don't have it? We got a real gun shop down the street. We can get a real gun. I was like, no,
we might be able to get it easier there.
Yeah. Can't get a real
But yeah,
gun.
that was fun. It was actually fun not knowing if, especially for the Western part, if we were going to have the right like props and costumes for it.
Yeah.
But fuck it. We came together. Yeah. Remsen had some stuff that came in clutch.
Remsen's
God bless that
on me.
Son of a bitch. Yeah.
Remsen was the MVP of the shoot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he made it look fucking great.
So freaking good.
He made the short like looking insanely
I will
good.
like there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you're doing this in 48 hours, so there's not by the time we like, you know, we're finishing this, there's a lot of stuff where you could probably like, oh, I wish we could change this, we could change that. Yeah. But for what we did in 48 hours, I'm so fucking proud of it. It's so cool. It's like some of the best stuff Remsen has ever shot and colored in just a small time. Yeah. And fucking Alex's score. He scored this thing, and it's so good. Yeah. It's so fucking cool. I'm so proud of this. It's great.
Hopefully we'll be able to show you guys soon because it was a whole thing, man.
Remsen's coloring of the everything looked great.
Being vague. We can talk about it more like once it because there's a specific thing about like the coloring that brings it home, I think. But yeah.
Well, they know like we had to do 3 different genres. So like,
we colored to the genres.
Yeah. And that looked fucking awesome.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sunday was stressful because you guys. So Saturday we shot it. Sunday was the editing and post.
Yeah.
We ended shooting at what, like 10? Or no?
Yeah, 11 something.
I
like that,
started
right?
editing like a little after midnight.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then you didn't sleep at all until you had a cut done, right?
Yeah, I had a first pass like around 5 a.m.
Yeah, I remember waking up at like 6:30 and I saw it.
When'd you
Yeah.
run proxies?
I ran proxies
slow.
at
bet you did.
around like 11 o'clock.
You couldn't wait to run those proxies.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
This is funny because
take your pants off while you ran those proxies.
we shot-
run that proxy.
Rem- we used-
64 gigs.
I bet you did.
Remsen
Ooh, man.
has a beautiful Blackmagic camera.
Yeah, he does.
He shot the whole thing in like 6K.
When in Rome, man.
We're
when,
like-
when you got the thing.
Why not? So the proxies
Yeah.
took like a little under an hour to do.
Whoa.
And in that
Yeah.
time was like my kind of like rest time, and I took like a
Yeah.
shower and all this
Oh.
shit. But then as soon as the proxies were finished, I went to because I wanted to get a first cut before I got any kind of rest, and then I sent the cut to all of them like at 5 in the morning. Maybe
you
a
had a
little after
great
5.
comment text. You're like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
well earned, sir.
Yeah.
But I
Go
didn't
fucking
want to sleep that long, and the reason why I couldn't sleep, one, because like I saw the first cut, and I'm like, oh, it sucks, because I just have that after every first cut. But then I was worried to go to sleep. I was like, fuck, what if I don't wake up? I was gonna literally text you. I was gonna like if I oversleep or something like that, and I wake up
if he
and
dies.
Yeah, no,
If he
no, no,
dies.
no. I wasn't gonna die. I was having fun.
The most fun he's ever had.
The most fun I've ever had.
This will be the way to go.
Yeah.
He's asleep with a smile on his face and he just dies.
Christian
Yeah.
died doing what he loved doing,
Yeah.
running proxies.
Running proxies.
He died rock
that on my
hard,
headstone.
running proxies.
Put that on my grave. I was worried about oversleeping, so I had trouble falling asleep. I was like tossing and turning, and I just didn't want to go to sleep. But I was also extremely tired.
Yeah.
I also drank a pot of coffee at like 1 in the morning, like a
Uh,
full pot of coffee, like for like 6 cups. Then woke up Sunday, started make some tweaks here and there. Remsen, Alex, and Brian eventually came
That's
over.
wild. You guys had like a whole post house.
Yeah,
it was crazy
Remsen
out there.
brought his computer over. Alex is doing music. We were all doing everything at the same time. And then
I was at my apartment stressed out. I'm like, I hope it's going okay. I was
Yeah.
like, oh God. I felt bad. Like every time I'd ask, like, how's it going? Feeling good, guys?
Yeah, I mean-
because like we got to like 4 o'clock and I was like, are we good?
we
Are
just
good.
I think we just got past the point where like we're not really watching cuts and cutting stuff down. Like
Yeah.
you're getting what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only time that got stressful for me at the end. Cause like it was like a little past 4, and because me,
This
Remsen,
was
and
due
Brian,
at 5 o'clock p.m.
it was due at
on
5
Sunday.
o'clock. Me, Remsen,
Yeah.
and Brian were kind of chatting, and we were waiting for Alex's kind of score so I can like final mix it. And then like I was like, oh, it's 4 o'clock. Where's the music? And
Yeah.
Alex was working on something. I'm like, whatever you have,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
give it to me.
Yeah.
And then then we watched it a couple of times with like the final mix, and then just sent it in like around 4:30.
I legit submitted it without like finishing watching the final thing.
Oh,
because like, you guys sent it
Yeah.
to me and I was like, fuck, let's get it up. And I was like, whatever. And I was like, I should probably watch this.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, we-
okay.
I
We
think we-
watched it like
a
3
couple times.
times,
Yeah.
like in the timeline, in the export, and then on Vimeo. Like
Okay.
trying to rewatch it all the time.
Yeah.
Wild weekend for us.
But you had like the first cut like was pretty good.
yeah, it was
like,
mostly
Not too bad.
Yeah, like
That-
like
the-
it put everything together.
That's what I was saying when I went to sleep, because I just had that like, oh fuck, it sucks. We're not gonna have anything. And then when I woke up the next morning, I watched it again with a fresh set of eyes.
Yeah.
Only like an hour or 2 of sleep. I was like, oh okay, well, it's not
It
that
worked.
bad.
Like
it's not that bad.
It flows well.
Yeah.
And then like the final cut didn't really differ that much.
No, tiny little tweaks here and there, but
Yeah. And then the lines, the ADR lines, and then that one shot that we talked about, like just like tightening it up.
yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, like the first cut was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very proud of it.
I'm proud of us.
Proud of
We did
us. I mean, would you guys do it again?
No.
Never.
Yes, I would.
Okay. I would do it in a heartbeat.
If,
Not
if
like
there was like a week, I was talking. Well, no, when Remsen was here, Alex was here. I was like, yeah, we all need that like kind of push.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
just like a deadline.
I would love
Yeah.
a 3-day film. Fest.
Yeah.
How about that?
Oh, yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
a 3-day one. Not let's do a 72-hour, not a 48.
I would say if we do this again, 48 hours, it's like whatever we come up with, we shoot that night. I would want to shoot a little earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, because we woke up like, what are we even doing?
Like, yeah, because we woke up the next Saturday and we didn't even shoot until like noon, maybe even past
After
noon
that,
or something like that.
Well, because we drove all the way up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny too, because like I'm seeing like all the stories from AGBO. They're like sharing a bunch of stories, and I'm seeing all these like crazy things. I was like, okay, so we didn't like go overboard. Like people are like,
people
were going over the
we're
top of
not
this.
going to win. They
No,
had
yeah.
People had
incredibly
helicopters.
creative people.
I saw a
doing-
helicopter.
yeah.
Helicopter
Holy
with,
shit.
with green
But
screens
I'm just
and
glad
shit.
for the experience that we had of just
No, ours is sick.
coming together and,
Ours
and
looks
making
great.
a little thing.
And it flies by.
Which again, we hope we can show you. So we'll
I'm
let
sure-
you
I mean,
guys
I'm sure we
know.
can.
Well, we'll know by middle of June.
Yeah,
June,
probably.
like,
if we
8th,
win
yeah,
or
like
anything.
that. Yeah.
And if we don't, we just like post it.
Maybe.
Or do they own it?
I don't know.
I'm
We'll
not
have to
sure.
look into this. We'll have to look
Yeah.
into this.
I'll ask Joe and Anthony. I'll ask them.
Yeah, we'll
about
hit
it.
them up.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Fun
But,
time. Make stuff with your friends, guys.
Yeah.
It was a fun
I
weekend.
will say also have someone like Christian to do this.
That's a fucking psychopath.
No, that like literally is like, all right, guys, let's go. Because like you were on Saturday morning, you're like, all right, I'm going to Target. All right, I'm going to this.
Oh,
all right, I'm
yeah,
going to
we
that.
And I
did have to
still,
be very
I
organized.
still didn't get like drinks or,
Yeah,
or
that's
like
fine.
snacks because we were like literally in the desert.
Oh yeah, we shot out
We
in
were
the
like-
desert. We had no water.
No
Yeah, we
water
had really-
whatsoever.
But still, you were already like on top of that, and then then the production was going, and also
Yeah.
then you went to like a Halloween store like during some scenes,
Yeah.
and then once we wrapped, you're like, all right, let's go, and you just started editing.
Yeah.
You put it all together, and I was like, I can't fucking see straight.
I could tell everybody with it. By the time we got it, because the last thing that we filmed was at my apartment, which worked out so perfect.
Yeah.
yeah.
I could tell everyone was like done. I think even Remsen said when he came over on Sunday, he still hadn't showered. Like he just went home and he went to sleep.
Me and Rez were talking the whole day about how like the dirt was still like in our teeth and our hair and shit from the desert shoot.
Really?
The first thing we did,
We
yeah,
just
it was all
rolling
on us.
around the
Yeah.
dirt?
We got dirty, man.
Got a little dirty.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get the shot.
Yeah,
It
get a little
was
dirty,
not
man.
Dirty.
Yeah. It was-
But yeah, no. If we show them, if we're able to show them, you'll see me just like yelling my head off.
Mhm.
And after that scene, I had,
You
a,
had a
huge
huge
headache
Yeah.
of just like, oh my gosh,
Mhm.
and I was just exhausted by the end of the night.
It's so weird too because normally after we shoot something, I don't want to touch the footage. Like I'll run my proxies because I get hard off of that, and then after that, like I won't touch the footage for like a week or so, just to kind of like marinate, like let it sit for a little bit.
This one you didn't touch it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
You're
I
like,
didn't touch
guess
it
I
for
gotta
like
go back in
3
there.
minutes, and then I just went like right into it.
Do you
Yeah.
still like organize it? Like you have to organize like
Yeah, I did.
everything and all that?
I organized like
I would just like already start shooting. I'm like,
I-
go.
I didn't want to do that because
I
then
know.
I would cut I didn't want to cut corners.
Yeah, yeah.
I like synced up all the footage and then I organized it in sections of our shoot of how we were doing it, and then I literally just went through all the footage, picked out the best stuff as best as I could, and then that next morning. Because there was like one line delivery I didn't like from you that I put
to go, Brian.
that I put in there,
Thanks.
but I
Fucking
knew
idiot.
you had a better one, and the
Yeah.
next morning I replaced it with something else. That
And
was
that-
like the only standout thing I think.
And that's pretty nuts. Like I didn't know you could do that because you
Oh,
you have a shot on me reading a line, but you added a completely different line.
yeah, completely different.
and it matches like perfectly.
Well, I mean, testament to you because you just delivered it the same, just a little bit differently.
Hell yeah,
Look at
fuck
this.
you,
Look at
Cody.
you guys.
Fuck you,
Look at
Cody.
guys just
Yeah.
loving each other.
Yeah, no,
Great.
you and Alex were really fucking good in this thing, especially for not like, I don't know how actors do it. I know like they like to like get into character, but you literally like heard like the script was like finalized that day.
I texted Alex an hour or two before we started filming.
Like, do you wanna be
Do
in
you
it?
want to act in this?
Yeah.
And he said yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Alex is
Props,
fun.
man.
Alex is really really great. And
He's-
Brian's performance is just like
Some of the
peak-
best stuff Brian has done.
It's like
Oh.
peak
That's all we'll
Brian
say.
stuff.
That's all we'll say.
Peak Brian stuff.
Very low bar. But
Yeah.
there's some of the best stuff he's done.
All right, you don't have to
I'm
undercut. You don't have to
kidding.
undercut a
Oh, okay, Mr.
compliment.
Grain of Salt. Okay.
Oh, you take it with a huge grain of salt. It was fun. Alex does have great reactions, and the
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
see when it's all cut together. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
how it's all cut together.
Good stuff.
It looks great.
High praise from everybody all around. Just
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful stuff. I highly recommend it too. If you can shoot, like what Cody's saying, shoot stuff with your friends. If you can do that,
Give yourself your own 48, maybe 54 hours, 72 hours.
72
Give
hours.
yourself your own timeline to where you have to make something, and you'll be pretty pleased at the end of it.
And
During it, you'll be upset, but once you're done, you'll be good.
And if you have a studio that has a helicopter rig with a big green screen
Or
around
like one of
it,
those virtual
giant
Mandalorian type
gimbal.
sets, hit us up.
just do
Hit
that.
us up.
Just like write that into the script.
Yeah.
Like just do that.
yeah.
We're like shooting that. I think we can go to the park.
Should we share like some of the scripts we didn't shoot?
No,
Wow.
because we might make those one day.
I kind of like the one that I wrote too. Yeah.
What was the
Yeah,
one
yours
you
was
did?
good.
The romance horror one.
I don't remember that one.
I will say
I like all of our ideas.
I
Like,
wrote
these
one
are-
with multiple Codys. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were loving that.
I loved
poker
it.
one.
I know.
love that one.
I loved it too, but like Remsen kind of put his foot down. When Remsen, he didn't put his foot down, but like
In
he was
a gentle way. He's like, logistically,
Oh, no,
we
yeah.
can't
Oh,
do
yeah,
this.
he used some good verbiage.
Yeah.
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 I don't want to be the logistics guy,
Yeah.
but we can't do this.
Yeah.
You're like looking for like rotoscoping and like taking like frame by frame.
I was just getting desperate. Like, so we didn't have anything. I was like, is it possible if we do it this way?
Oh,
And then
I
was like,
guarantee
no.
someone
Yeah.
did some crazy. Like it seemed like a bunch of like whoever's like entering these film festivals. They probably have like their own private production houses and stuff. They have
Yeah.
assistant editors. And
if
all
you look
that
at the
stuff.
AGBO, what is it? Hello Twitter world. Or is it
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
AGBO Instagram, like they're reposting everyone that's involved, and
It's a lot of people submitted this year.
yeah,
It was a
they
big
said
thing.
last year
It's
was
fun.
700, I think.
Yeah.
Jesus.
This year's going to be
Christ.
probably
It's
double
way more,
that.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big thing. It was really fun.
Oh, I made the joke too because so Christian was in here editing in Premiere.
Mhm.
Alex was doing the score in Logic, and then Remsen was doing
In Da Vinci.
It was Da Vinci
It was Da
Resolve.
Vinci, yeah.
He was
Yeah,
coloring in the other room as right next to Alex, and they had to like swap over like thumb drives.
That's fantastic.
We
And, like,
did it
literally-
pretty swiftly
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you doing any like sound mixing or anything, or
No.
like in your shit? You were just hanging out.
in a
doing
real
that?
world? I would have loved that. But,
Yeah.
Um,
You need like a whole booth for that, at least, or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
yeah.
But
we
I
just
made the
kinda
joke. I was like, oh, you guys don't have a server connected where you just like drop files?
Drop it in there. It's in there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Christian had his little setup here with the speakers, and we like I wanted to like pan shit over and do all that stuff.
I think that was like the part where I got more stressful. I was like, "Fuck, he's right. We should like do this,
Yeah.
do this, and this." And then it got to a point where it's like, we can't do this right now.
It was at like 420.
I'm sorry, that was funny.
It was around 420.
Yeah.
When I was like, we just can't do it. Like we can't figure it out right now.
It's like
we'll just submit.
Part
it.
of me was just like, these are the notes I would have loved at
Yeah.
like 9 o'clock this morning, but
I will say there's more sound effects that I just thought of like driving over here.
oh yeah. Oh, there's a part towards the end where I just wanted to throw in like a random goat noise. Just like
yeah.
fuck it. Just throw some
goat
random
noise?
shit. Yeah, just I thought of like, oh, a goat noise would have been funny here. Yeah. That's
It always
the
is.
best part about I think the short film too is that it's so us.
Yeah.
Because there's a reoccurring joke in there that's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And it's so us that I was like, I'm proud of that. No one's gonna. Maybe no one will.
No,
like,
no one would pick up on it.
No one would pick
Yeah.
up on that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that we stuck to ourselves and we
Yeah.
and we.
I
did
hope,
that.
and I think I know what you're talking about, but I hope someone's like, it shows up again.
Specifically towards the end too,
Yes.
because it just gets zany and ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
But it was fun. It was good times.
Yeah. I
yeah.
had a blast.
Wasn't sure we were gonna get it done that Friday. I was like, I don't think we're shooting anything.
Yeah.
Wow,
then
that's
we
crazy.
did it. Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. My drive, when I was driving over here, because it's like a half-hour drive, but like, so when I was driving over to Brian's house Saturday morning, miserable. I was feeling horrible about the whole experience. And then when I was going home Saturday, I felt great.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. It was a complete 180, and it was
Yeah.
fascinating to feel that. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I will say, get a group of people. It's a team effort. There's no I
We had
in the word
five
team,
people.
Only 5
We
people.
had 5 people this
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Mhm.
but everyone pulls their shit. And like Remsen with the camera and the coloring, like
That's what I was most confident with. I was just like, well, at the end of the day, if we have like a whatever story, Remsen's gonna make it look really good.
he made it look fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like he just brought like a sketch or whatever up to like holy shit, this looks like it should be like 100 feet high.
Yeah.
In a
6K.
yeah, it can
I
be
should
high.
export it in XK. It's 6K. I mean. Why not? Yeah.
And then Alex's score, he's there with the little MIDI keyboard. He's like,
Dude, it was like all first pass stuff that
Yeah.
that Alex
Holy
had done,
shit,
and I was
yeah.
just like, yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, just like do that.
And he just got it too. We're like like when he says this line, just add a little like, did it?
Yeah.
And
I
he's
think
like-
if
and he's like,
anything,
all right, I got it.
I think the only head start he got was like some of the genres that we were talking about,
That we
like getting
knew,
into.
Yeah.
But like still, like I think he came up with all that stuff. Like
Brought his guitar over. He brought his
Mhm.
acoustic.
his acoustic
Yeah.
guitar.
Oh, yeah.
that he only used for one thing.
Did he
wasn't,
use it?
I think he did. Yeah, he used it for one bit. He wasn't going to initially, but then we.
Oh,
decided-
is the one that's underneath my line? That's him
I'm
playing?
pretty sure that's him playing.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. I thought
Yeah.
it was like stock. Like
No,
Oh,
there was
wow.
no stock music whatsoever. It was all
Oh.
original music.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that was
That
great.
guy Alex, man.
Gorgeous stuff.
Talented fella.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll let you know. We'll keep
We'll
it
keep
posted.
you posted. Hopefully soon we'll show you guys.
See
Keep you
around
posted.
Yeah.
mid June.
Mid-June,
It's
maybe.
already May.